Okay, hey guys, welcome to our Sunday night power planning. It's Sunday, the 21st of March already. We have 10, like we have tonight, plus 10 solid days left of the month. So we're gonna dive into lots of stuff because I'm a big believer that you can do really hard things for a short amount of time. Like I really feel like you can do anything for a short amount of time. Like if you've ever had to, maybe you're remodeling and you've had to like do the dishes in the bathtub, or you've had to sleep on the floor, you know, you've had like these things you've had to do that sucked, but it was just a short period of time so you could do it. So we're going to talk about what can you do in the last 10 days that might suck a little at first, but you can do it. So what we're going to do before we get rolling is what we do every time before we get rolling. And we're going to look at your rate of run. So for those of you that are new on the Zoom or watching the replay and you're new, preferably when you come on power plans, if you can have a second device. So like I'm talking to you through my computer, but I'm going to use my telephone to log into the cloud. So the first thing we like to do is our rate of run. So you're going to log into your cloud, which I was, but it logged me out. Back in there. All right. And I wish they would get rid of that Palooza pop-up. Anyone else? Driving me nuts. So what you're going to do is you're going to go just right there on that very first main page. You're going to scroll down till you see sorry, the business snapshot. Click that drop down button, and under the qualifications, you're going to see a line item that says current QV. You're going to take that dollar amount and you're going to divide it by 21 because today is the 21st. Oh, okay. So I'm going to do it with you. Okay. So the number you're looking at is the average sales volume that you and your team have done every day so far up to today's date in March. And if you were on the Zoom with me at the like before the month started, you probably have written down somewhere on your calendar what your daily average goal is. So right now you'll be able to see if your average is where it's supposed to be or not. But we're going to get the real test here. You're going to take that new number, that average number, you're going to multiply it by 31 because we have 31 days, fortunately, in March. So that new number you're looking at, the bigger number, that is what you are on track, you and your team. That's what you're on track to end the month at. So taking that average and now seeing what you're going to end the month at, you know if you're on track or not, or if you need to bump that number up. And I can tell you straight up, from where we started the month to where we're finishing the month, we're not at goal as a team. But that's okay. Now I know where we are. So I know for sure this next 10 days, I got to dive in and push and help. And you know, whatever I can come up with for my own personal business, as well as anyone on my team. But again, the reason we do rate of run is because if you don't know these numbers and you're not paying attention, you might think in your head, oh, I think I'm close to that goal. I think I think we're there. I think we're going to get there, but you don't really know. You have no idea where you're headed. So that's why I always like to do rate of run. It's definitely changed business for myself and my team. For any of you that might be new to my power plans, obviously we talk about rank because that's part of what the company does. It's how you get your commission is based off your rank. But for far too many years, like 5+ years, I myself plus people on the team were stopping themselves because if their goal was 12K, they were only shooting for 12K. So they were landing around 11 every month. No one was celebrating the 16,000 and the 20,000. And so I don't care what rank you're at, you're constantly trying to grow your business every day. So if you were at 20K last month, we're shooting for 22K this month and 24K next month. Yes, you're going to hear stories where people are like, oh, I hit 80K in 3 days. Well, whatever. I don't know what magic they sell. But in the real world with business, we're always just trying to get better and better and better. So that's why I think it's important to know your rate of run. One of the mainstream things I want to make sure that we point out is that we do have one auto ship left for March. So hang on, let me put these old notes away that just fell out of my notes. You're going to want to, there we go. You're going to want to go back into your cloud, and we're going to get the customer names of the people who have auto ships scheduled for the 25th of the month. Now, the reason we do this is, well, there's several reasons, but number one is just pure based customer service. I want my customers to know that they are set up for auto ship. I want to know if it's the items that they actually want. I want to know if they're having a good experience or not a good experience. Is there something new with their goals? You know, maybe somebody started thriving a few months ago because they weren't sleeping well. Now they're sleeping like a rock star. Now they've got a different goal. Now that they're sleeping so good, maybe they want to do their first 5K this spring. So, you know, maybe sculpt is something they want to talk about, or maybe circulate it. You know, like there's so many different directions the conversation can go, but the conversation can't go there if you're not reaching out and talking to them. So what we're going to do is you're going to go into your main menu where you get the drop down of like the My Settings, the My Orders. You're going to click the My Team button. You're going to click the My Customer button. And then at the top where it says customer number, customer name, email, you're going to scroll all the way to the right. You're going to see the box that says next auto ship. Now you're going to click that twice. That populates it by date. So scroll down until you see March 25th, and anyone's name that is connected to a March 25th ship date, auto ship date, you want to write those names down right now. I'm going to do that with you. Oops. I only have 3 to write down, so I've got those names down. I know for a fact, just from looking at the names and just the reach outs I've done in the last week, I know for a fact that the one girl I just talked to a couple of days ago, but we didn't talk about auto ship, so that's great. Now I can just lead into auto ship. The one lady has been out of town for a little bit. I think she's still out of town, so I'm going to have to interrupt her vacation. And the other gal, I actually just saw on Facebook that she was in Lebanon today, which is not where she lives. So she had her kids down by the train station. So I have the perfect thing to talk to her about. But if you're looking at names and you're like, oh gosh, I don't know what to say to these people, then go to their social media, go to their whatever it is that they use, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, and see what's going on in their world. See if you can do a little hunting. On occasion, there's going to be nothing. Like, don't you love those people who literally shared nothing but memes or recipes? And then I'm like, well, I don't know what the hell's going on in your world. That's when you just have to reach out and be like, hey, I haven't talked to you in a couple of weeks. I was trying to even stalk you to see what was going on in your world, but your radio silence. What's happening? How are you doing? Or I actually reached out to a girl today and just said, hey, you know what? We haven't talked in a little while. Are you okay? She wrote back right away. No, my dad is really sick. So like, if you're doing your reach outs consistently and you're going about it from a human to human, there's always something to talk about. There's always a reason to connect with these people. So make sure that you get into contact. Let me see, the auto ship is going to be on Thursday. So I would be talking to these people tomorrow. I put them on your Monday list. Reach out first thing, see how their weekend went, see what's going on in their life. Just get a conversation started. And then by Tuesday, you can be like, hey, your name, you know, it's so funny. We were talking, your name popped up on my reports. It shows that you have an auto ship and it's going to be XYZ. But we were talking and you were under a lot more stress. Would you be up for trying the Black Label DFT instead? Maybe that'll help you get through some things. Or, you know, you said you're going on vacation with like a girls trip. Maybe you want to add thirst with caffeine to get over those hangovers, whatever. Like we have so many things that can help people. So you have to take the conversation where it will naturally go. But again, it won't go anywhere if you don't have it. So I want to encourage you guys for tomorrow. From one of the girls on our team kind of dubbed it Maintenance Monday. And I want to encourage you to really dive in tomorrow to Maintenance Monday. So first on the list are your auto shippers. And then also for Maintenance Monday, I love to go through and just go through all the people who ordered in the last 7 to 10 days, track it. Did they get it? Did they not get it? If they got it, it's a perfect excuse to be like, hey, even if this is someone who's been thriving with you for 4.5 years. Hey, I saw your order shipped. Did everything show up okay? You know, maybe you notice on this order, they didn't add something to it or they took something off or whatever. Like just reach out. And then especially if you see someone whose order should be there and it's not, reach out and let them know, hey, it's my Maintenance Monday. I was just going through my orders. I see yours is not in yet. Have you sent a ticket to support yet? Because here's the thing, they might think you can do it and you guys can send support tickets all you want, but support is going to write you back and say, we have to hear from the customer. And I know that aggravates some people, but you have to think about this. It's that customer's credit card that is attached to that order, not yours. And they don't know, are you being shady? Did you order something on their credit card that they don't know about? Like they're not going to talk to you about someone else's money. So I just always say, you know, have you sent the support ticket? If they say no, I said, well, let me walk you through how to do it really quickly. Let's get it in so they can help keep track of it. Because that's the thing too. Some people will wait until an order has been missing for 3 weeks and then be like, hey, my order's not here. Well, Lavelle can't start the whole tracking process for a lost order until they are notified that it's lost. So jump on that stuff right away. And I know sometimes it's awkward and people kind of get like, oh, I don't know. She's going to be mad. She's going to be mad either way. So jump in there and be the leader on that. Trying to unmute you, Sandra, and I can't. Oh, there you go.
Absolutely. I had a customer whose order was the 10th of February. And even though I sent 2 support tickets, it took her sending 3, and they finally dubbed her order as being lost. Really?
Right.
But have the customer do it, because we had the tracking. The customer had sent them 3 messages. So
yeah. No, that's an excellent point. The more the squeaky wheel gets the oil. I mean, I know that's not the best way to look at something, but you got to imagine right now what our support department looks like between COVID, between shipping issues, between new products, between promos, between rank advance. People are pounding them with questions all the time. So sometimes you have to stay on it and just, it's a business. So accept it for what it is. You're not getting on someone's nerves. You're not being annoying. You're being proactive. You're being efficient, and you're being a great customer service rep for your customer if you are helping them get that stuff in. So Maintenance Monday is a huge, huge thing for you to look at. Maintenance Monday was also, I made it worth, so Sandra also threw in, I forget what all, like lots. Sandra has been helping this lady along the way with product off her shelf to kind of take away some of the blow that the order hasn't come. And that may not be a situation that you are all in or like able to do, but contact your upline or your upline's upline or your upline's upline. Like keep talking to someone until somebody says, oh, I've got some credits I can throw at her. Oh, I've got an extra pack of DFT. Like somebody somewhere in your line is going to have something, if a blender bottle, like whatever, like something to, help appease the person who is upset. So I encourage you to do Maintenance Mondays on a regular basis, but especially now that we're getting close to the end of the month. So with all that said, let's talk about the fact that we have 10 solid days left. And I'm going to challenge you. Oh, I got to open the chat. Hang on. I'm doing a challenge. I have the chat open. Oh, okay. Okay. I'm going to challenge you to push yourself for these next 10 days like you have not been pushing yourself for the last 21. And so if you're like, excuse me, I've been pushing myself. Well, good. We're still going to push you even further. That's all I'm asking. I want you to take what you've been doing and up it for the next 10 days. Because number 1, we can do hard things. And number 2, we can do anything for a short period of time. And if you only have to push yourself really, really hard for 10 days, you can totally do that. Because remember, how you end this month is how you will start next month. If you already start fading and you already start thinking, oh, I'm below goal and, oh, I'll just get it next month. And, oh, here's my favorite. I might even get these people to cancel their auto ships and hold it till next month because I'm not even going to, qualify for whatever. Oh my gosh, never put off an order. You have no idea what can happen between this month and next month. If somebody says, oh, let's postpone your 25th auto ship to the 5th. Well, by the time the 5th comes around, you may be SOL, which is shit out of luck, in case some of you don't know that. I was just raised on that saying, and I realized when I said it, maybe some of you don't know what that means. Sheila says, yes, I sent 4 days out to a couple for my promoter because it was taking a while to get their first order. Yes. Oh, but as a result, her husband ordered too. So see, little customer service things like that makes such a big difference. I've made fun of her before, but I'll do it again because she's my sister. My sister loves those stickers that you wear on your fingernails. And every time she places an order, this girl that she orders from just throws in a few random ones, like not even a full set. Like she couldn't even make a whole hand out of it. But my sister is giddy over these. She's, oh my gosh, she sent you 3 stickers, 3 little tiny stickers. But that's all it takes to make someone happy is just you thought of them, you did something extra. And plus think about this. If that's a person who's coming in as a customer, they see that kind of customer service, maybe they switch to promoter, they're still seeing that kind of stuff. Then if they have a problem, they know right away how to help a customer feel good because they know how you helped them feel good in that process. Okay, so let's get back to what we're going to do for 10 days. I'm going to list off 5 things, and you are going to take your goal. You're going to set your own goal for the amount of these 5 things you're going to do in the next 10 days. So I'll give you like a range idea, but then I want you to be honest with yourself. And I heard something today, and I should have written this down. I'll probably screw it up, but the size of the goal can only grow based on the size of the commitment. So if your goal is high and your commitment is low, nothing's going to happen. So if you've got a big goal, you got to make your commitment big. So I don't know when you guys did Ready to Run just now, I don't know what you saw. I don't know if you were like, dang girl, I am on track, life is good. Or if you were like, holy moly, I am behind the 8 ball. So depending on what that was, what your goal is, you got to get your commitment to match that. So daily reach outs. I know some people do 5. I'm going to suggest that you do anywhere from 10 to 30 a day for the next 10 days. You pick. Facebook Lives. Oh, chime in. Are you typing or talking?
Just a reminder, because I know we've got some, folks from different teams and what have you on here. A reminder, reach outs does not have to be Thrive related. It's relation related.
Yes, absolutely. So when I say reach out, I just mean connect with someone. It could be, hey, I saw you guys were on vacation in Sedona. We just came back from Phoenix ourselves. We didn't get to Sedona. Tell me what did we miss? What do we need to see? It could be, I just saw your little girl was in her dance competition over the weekend. How did it go? I just saw you were working in your yard. What are you planting this year? Tell them why you've reached out to them, like what you saw or what made you think of them, and then ask them a question. Remember, this is a conversation. You're not just being like, hey, cute sweater. Hey, pretty dog. Like, hey, cute dog. What breed is it? That's a great sweater on you. Where did you find it? Like, ask a question. That is a reach out. That is connecting to someone. What works best for you in your garden? Yes. And you guys, that's spring. People are out there. I don't know about you, but I've been giddy since yesterday morning just because it's officially spring and I can't even think straight. So 10 to 30 a day for the next 10 days. Is that a lot? Yes. Is your goal big? Yes. Right? Your commitment has to match your goal. Facebook Lives or Instagram Lives, 1 to 3 over the next 10 days. That's not a lot. Like I thought about saying 5 to 10, but I think if you go live every single day, it has to be with like real intention. And I know that's kind of hard to spring on someone at the last minute, but some of you haven't done a Facebook Live and I don't even know when, right? So 1 would be a big difference for you. Maybe you've done a Facebook Live, but kind of sort of maybe 3 would be what you do. You decide. Blow my mind to do 5. And remember, you can mix it up. You can do a live on Facebook one day. You can do a live on Instagram one day. You can go live in your story one day. You can spread that out. You don't have to show up as a Facebook Live like a news anchor, like, professionally every day, but put your face and your voice out there. People respond. If you are like me and you like to go through stories where people are laughing, am I missing something? Did I say something funny? I did? Oh gosh, was it? Uh-oh.
The news reporter thing. That was just funny.
Oh, okay. Oh no, Sandra says it's you, Lisa. She says she's laughing at you. I just want to make sure I didn't say something offensive and not realize it. But so mix that up, because like when I'm going through people's stories, which I love stories, like if I'm going to kill time, it's stories. I will just like, if it's a picture, I just keep going through. But the second I see someone's talking, I stop and I'm like, oh, what are they saying? Like what's going on in their world? And maybe I listen to the whole thing, maybe I don't, but I've stopped. So your face with your voice is going to cause people to take time to stop more so than just a picture. Okay, now this one's kind of cheating on my part because I planned it a while ago, but you guys have 10 whole days, so you can still do this. Host a local. And it doesn't have to be like in the real world. It could be on Facebook. You can do a Facebook local. You could do, some people call them opportunity Zoom. Some people call them, I don't know. We call them all kinds of different things, but you can do that. I ranted. Olivia, I watched the whole thing, by the way, the entire thing. Same thing. I was scrolling through and then I was like, oh, Olivia's talking. I actually had to do the back button because I wanted to hear what you were saying. Oh, good. Sandra has a live scheduled in Texas. Yay. Oh, with Yola. Yay. Double yay. That's exciting. So I know we have a team one this week. I know Samantha has one in Arizona also this week. She's either the day before or the day after ours. I can't remember. And then now Sandra has one. So you guys, here's the thing. People are getting out. People are getting out. People are putting on masks and they're going places. So even if you just have a little Thrive After 5 at your local coffee shop or Mexican restaurant or whatever, and there's just maybe 10 of you, that's still 10 people that are going to learn about you and thrive versus you sitting at home by yourself. So if you're comfortable getting out, do it. If you want to keep it small and intimate, do it. Just do something. But if you can't get out yet, or maybe the next 10 days are super busy for you, then just set something up with a couple of people, do a Facebook event, get people on it, 5 minutes each, share their story, in and out, wham, bam, and you're done. But do it. Because when was the last time you did it? Lisa, I'm going to have one in Oxford again. Yay, not sure I can get it scheduled for the end of the month. Okay, that's exciting though. It's not Books and, I know she changed the name, but the same place? Okay, cool. Yay. Okay, so we've got reach outs, lives, local, real or virtual. Okay, here, sample packs. I want to say between the next 10 days, you are going to do 5 to 10 sample packs. It's either one every 2 days or one person a day. Now, how are you going to do that? Well, you're going to be showing your face live on your stories and possibly on like Facebook or Instagram. You're going to be doing all those reach outs. The second someone reaches out to you and says, like case in point, our friends that went to Sedona, when I said, hey, what did we miss? Because we were in Phoenix, but we didn't make it up to Sedona. She rattled off a couple things they did, but then she said, but we really struggled the last couple of days because my ankle was bothering me. Oh, move gel plus the 3 steps would be an amazing sample pack for her. I only know that because I had a conversation about her life. So remember, you have products that help people solve life problems, but you can't help them solve it until you know what's going on. So when I say a sample pack, it doesn't always have to be the 3 steps. It can be whatever someone needs. If someone's like, yeah, I'm struggling at 3 o'clock every day, put a little sample pack together of some Activate. Maybe someone's like, me, this is my life. All the hand sanitizer and all the stuff we have to disinfect at work, my hands are just a mess. Don't we have little samples of the lotion? I thought we have samples of something in the skincare line, or just get your bottle of lotion, squeeze it in some of those little travel things and send it to them. Like, just be creative. A sample pack doesn't have to be the 1, 2, 3. It just has to be a sample of something from Lavelle that the person's never used. So I'm challenging you somewhere between 5 and 10. You write down the number, only you know. And then last but not least, and this is probably the one I should have done first, but 10 new customer accounts over the next 10 days. That's one person a day. When I say customer account, I'm not talking about an order. You just need someone's name and email that would like to be on your mailing list. Oh, Lisa, yeah, gateway drug. Yes. Olivia, we only have, okay. Yeah. Okay. That's what I was thinking. Like the little travel 2-ounce things, or like even like a little, I have these little, I use them for face stuff when I travel, but it's just a little tiny guy, and it's like a jar with a lid, and that would hold, plenty. It wouldn't be expensive at all to do. So yeah, so get creative. Maybe, one of the things you can do, and they're in Walmart, you don't even have to go to like a Hobby Lobby, but if you go to Walmart in the section where you can make your own jewelry, they have these little, they're little Ziploc baggies, kind of looks like a drug dealer. But if if somebody's wanting to sample balance, or somebody's wanting to sample sculpt or whatever, you can put them in those little baggies. So it's together, it's, it's not loose pills flying everywhere. But that's another great thing that you can do on your own. Did you find them, Olivia? Were you looking for them? Oh, yeah.
My camera is off, so I don't know if my words
I can
match.
see you.
But like these little baggies, and these were really, really inexpensive. So I cut like the charcoal bars and put them in these. Oh. And then these are the little 2-ounce containers. They came with like 100 of them. Oh, and wow. They have like little stickers you can put on the top too. So
you got those,
but they were very, very inexpensive. So I even, like, depending on how far I'm shipping it, I'll put these in here just in case, like if it were to come undone or, whatever.
That's a good idea. So those came from Amazon if you guys are looking for different ways. Yes, we have the trial pack things. We've got the fancy boxes you can get from Lavelle Gear, but sometimes you just need that little tiny container for some lotion, or like that little thing for some soap. So don't overcomplicate it. Like, just I'm scrappy, I guess is what I would say. So to me, a Ziploc baggie works great. I can get fancy, but you don't have to. So keep that in mind. So we got reach outs, lives, locals, whether real or virtual, sample packs, and new customer accounts. So do you have your goal numbers in front of you? Do you know how many reach outs you're going to do every day for the next 10 days? How many lives are you going to do over the next 10 days? Are you going to do a host? Are you going to do a host? Are you going to host a local or a virtual local, or at least speak at one? Like, so maybe you're new and you're like, I can't host a local. I don't know what I'm doing. Reach out to someone on your team. Say, hey, who wants to host a virtual local? Because I want to share my story. Like, that's where we all started. We all just started very nervously sharing our story at a Mexican restaurant one day. So that's, you don't have to host it, but be a part of one. 5 to 10 sample packs over the next 10 days, and then 10 new customer accounts. So that's one a day. Go into how to do a virtual one, please. Okay. So there's a couple ways you can do it. You could do a Zoom local like this. But to do that, I don't know, it just depends. This is a little more private. So some people will come to a Zoom before they'll go to a Facebook Live. So like, okay, I'll back up. So I wasn't prepared for the question clearly. So what I like to do is create a Facebook event, make a real quick graphic on Canva that we're going to do this, Thrive After 5. We're going to do this ladies night, like call it whatever the heck you want. I don't even care. Put a couple faces on there. If you're going to make it about busy moms, you can have just go to Google and type in picture of busy mom, and you'll see like the lady with the kid on her hip and the groceries in her arm. And you could use a picture like that. Maybe you're going to talk about women over 40, like, staying healthy over 40. And so like you can have themes to your events if you want, like if you're like trying to attract a particular crowd. But I like to make the event because then you have one local central place you can put things. So let's pretend that I made the event and it's the night of the event. I'm not going to go live in the event because I don't know how many people RSVP'd. I don't know how many people saw it. I'm actually going to go live on my Facebook page and I'm going to broadcast it or share it into the event. That to me is the best way to get the biggest bang for your buck, because my story is going to go to everybody on my feed, plus go into the event. So all of your people that responded to the event can also get access to it too. The other thing you can do is something like this. You can do a Facebook event and just announce that you're going to have a Zoom on this night and this time, and you can put the link in there. Yeah, go ahead.
Are you able to share the live while you are live into the event page?
I can because I can do my live on my computer and then share it through my phone. But like, let's say you don't have that opportunity. Maybe you just have your phone. You can just say, hey, heads up, Sandra, I'm going live at 7. Can you share it into that event that we made? So somebody else can share it in there.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Yeah. So the nice thing about the Facebook Live event is that it's just you and the people you've asked to speaking. So no one is having to engage. The nice thing about a Zoom is it's you and the people speaking, and people on the Zoom have the opportunity to talk and chat. They have the opportunity to unmute and speak. They can ask questions, or they can also just black out and just have their name and not. So I think you should try it both ways. Honestly, I've done it both ways and they both work really well. So it just depends. It really just depends. I think if you're newer and people haven't heard your story yet, that the Facebook Live option is a great one because everyone on your feed is going to see it. So that I think that's really good. And I will also say for me on a Facebook Live, I try to keep it just about the product because it's just about their health and what we can help them with. Whereas in a Zoom like this, where it's more controlled, I think it's okay to bring up the business a little bit more because you might have someone that has questions about the business or wants to know about the business. And again, that can be called an opportunity live. There's a million ways to skin a cat, right? Like you call it whatever you want, you do it however you want. The purpose of this challenge is that you do it. So however you choose to do it is A-okay with me. And like I said, if you just want to say to all your friends, hey, this Friday, the 26th, let's meet up at Joe's bar after work. I'm buying nachos and I got 3 friends coming to share their story, and you get some Thrivers to just be like, just share their quick story. And then every live or every local has its own, and it's like its own beast. Like it'll take its own turn. It just depends who comes. It depends what the mood is. It depends what the conversation is. But the important thing is that it's happening. So I would rather you do 4 or 5 really poorly attended locals than not have a single one. Like, I know everyone wants to have the big mega locals, but I've been on both sides of that. Big mega locals are a lot of fun if you're already a Thriver. It's overwhelming and frightening if you're a customer and you're not sure. Like think about that, like walking into a room with a bunch of daggone Thrivers, that would be frightening. So I just think sometimes the smaller ones are great. And I also know with COVID right now, like some people aren't out and some people are. So I think the virtual option is a great way to go. One more thing before we get off here. I want to also, so often I hear people say they're not sure what to talk about, like on social media. And I don't think that you should talk about Thrive all day long. Nobody wants you to become a commercial. But we obviously share stories. We share, people want to know, what is it people want to know about the, like what you can help them with, not what you can sell them. And it's true. Like if you're talking about how you struggled so much to sleep and you were, always late for work and blah, 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 blah. And then you're like, but I finally found this stuff is magic. Like that addresses someone's problem versus being like, rest gel, only $12.95, right? Nobody likes a commercial. However, I do think it's really important from a business perspective, maybe mentally for you also, because I know some of you struggle with that this is a true business. I think it's really important that you give a shout out of your company every now and then. And so I just very quickly jotted down some things and you guys can fill up chat. There is no reason every 1 to 2 days you can't do an update about your company in some way, shape, or form. So my company released a new product. My company just opened up sales in Southeast Asia. Oh my gosh, our global audience is growing. My company is currently hosting the Ultimate Thriver contest. Have you seen some of these before and afters? My company is having Thrive Palooza. We're actually going to finally be able to get together and celebrate in Fort Worth. You guys can feature your customers and or your promoters, your sidelines, your uplines, your downlines, who thrives for free. Like you can actually talk about people who thrive for free. It's one thing to say we can thrive for free. It's another thing to actually show them people that thrive for free outside of yourself. Maybe you're not an auto bonus earner yet, or maybe you are, but other people are also. So you can be like, oh my gosh, did you know in my team alone, we got 20 new auto bonus earners this week. I'm talking about like from Maria down. And so that's the thing. It's your business. It doesn't have to be like, I could go on there and be like, well, I've got 12 auto bonus earners, but only 6 of them are actually earners anymore. Nobody wants to hear that crap, right? But I could be like, oh my gosh, like shoot Maria a message, shoot Susan a message. Hey, how many auto bonus earners are in your downline? Like, did you know I'm part of a team with 480, which there's probably more than that, auto bonus earners? Like, it's okay to put those things out. Like, I heard somebody talking one night about it and they were like, yeah, but that's like stuff that like Paul and Jason should talk about. No, ma'am, that's our company. That's your company. They're going to brag about it too, but so can you. It's your company. Bless Lavelle's heart. We always have something new happening. You can even start featuring people who've earned rank advancements. Now, I will tell you, I think when you feature these kinds of things, it's important to do it from a human perspective instead of like, I don't think you should be like, haha, I told you could have got a $4,000 bonus, but you didn't, but this girl did. I think it should be like, oh my gosh, my friend just got this $4,000 bonus for her family. And I know that the first thing they're doing with it is paying off their car. Or, I know that they're putting money away for the kids' college. Like, make it relatable to human life, but feature it. If some of you on the team, maybe you're not doing the Ultimate Thriver, well, freaking Lacey Vamos is, and she is killing it. Like, go to her page and steal some of her pictures. Be like, my company offered this promo and look at what it's doing for this woman. Like, look at how much she's changed already. And we're only halfway there. Like, you can feature other people, but make it part of your life. Like, and I know we were taught this early on to like share other people's stories. And I do agree, but we have to make it relatable. Because if I'm just going through Facebook and seeing odd people and it's not registering to me and my friend doesn't even know who these people really are, that's not as, we have a big enough team that you can get someone's story. You can say, now remind me what it is that you're going to do with that. I think it was last month. Yeah, February. Sam and Russell both became auto bonus earners. That's 2 parents with auto bonuses in one house with 2 young children. Like, tell me that's not enough to rock someone's world. Like, to point that out to people. They just moved to Arizona over a year ago with no money and no place to live. And now they're both auto bonus earners. So like, keep it. I got to back up here. Our company is giving back. Oh yeah. Duh. Thrive Against Cancer. Totally. Like our whole give back. that should have been the first thing I thought of. I remember when my friend earned her auto bonus and it meant she finally could have a car with AC. Yes, exactly. Like stuff that we take for granted, like point those things out. Lisa, I did a live about TSC and talked about how I was so glad to be a part of a company giving. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes. Like, again, it was what the company's doing, but you related it to you and what it meant to you and what it means to people. So that's what I mean. Like, what did we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We just talked about 8 different company updates. So if over the next 10 days, you dare call me and say, I don't know what to post, you got 8 days right there. So keep posting about life and the dogs and the whatever else, but throw in your company post every now and then. It's okay to brag about what you do for a living. I've never seen Apple shy away from the fact that they're killing it in the IT game. Yola has shared about Steve's diagnosis. Yes, yes. When you can connect what you do with something so personal and make the reason that you're doing, like when people are like, I don't know. And I think it's funny. Like you'll see a post every now and then, they're like, oh, you know, when am I going to stop talking about Thrive? When it stops working? Like we love to be snot about it. But, you know, I'm going to stop talking about it when people stop getting their lives rocked by it. And then explain what that meant. Like whose life got rocked by it? Was it rocked like from a health perspective, or maybe it got rocked by a financial perspective? Either way, that's why we do what we do. So I really want you to, I don't know, like, let's make a pact. Like, are we going to like on a sheet of paper, do like 10 boxes? And so every day we can check off our box that today, you know, day 1 of 10, I did my 30 reach outs. I did a live. I got this many sample packs. Like, I really want you the next 10 days, be so intentional with what you're doing that the next, I don't care. This is going to sound funny. I don't care if you get a single customer or promoter over the next 10 days. I do not care. What I want is your activity level to be so high and so intentional, because that's what will bring you business. Looking for a customer will not bring you a customer. Trust me. It just, if it was that easy, I'd have people lined up the door right now. I'd be like, can't do a Zoom, got to get all these people on the board. Like, that's not what works. It's your activity, your intentional activity that will bring you the business. So I want your next 10 days to be so just focused and on fire. And if you want to check in with someone, do it. If you want to cross off a box on your calendar, do it. But just stay focused on the task at hand, not the outcome. If you're on my team, you know where that comes from. That's our ego. Our ego focuses on the outcome, but our actual true winning selves will focus on the task. So if you keep the task at hand in front of you and keep the focus on that, like I would love for you to be like, you know what? I was in the middle of my reach outs and I got interrupted because this girl wanted to place an order. Like that's the mindset that's where you want to be. I was getting all my sample packs together to mail out, and this girl called and she needed me to stop everything I was doing because she wants to be a promoter. How annoying. Like just be in the task mode, and that's how it'll happen. Take the selling out of your mind and replace it with sharing your experience, and order will come. Yes. So we used to joke, this is way back when I first got out of college, I sold office furniture. I went to school for interior design. I don't know how many of you know that, but we used to joke because we would be out doing cold calls, which are horrible, like literally knocking on doors. Hi, I'm Tammy. You would do like 20 in one day and no one would talk to you, and you get the door slammed in your face and they would lie to you that no one was there and blah, 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 blah. But you did it. And this was the old days too. Like we had cell phones, but like we didn't use them like we do now. So then you would get back to the office and you would open your email and somebody completely random would have ordered 50 office chairs. And you're like, oh my gosh, it's karma. No, it's because the task at hand is what it was. Somebody that we talked to in that same mode, probably 3 weeks prior, that blew us off and lied and everything else. But then by golly, they needed someone. And who did they think of? The girl that knocked on their door. So be the girl that's knocking on the door. Be the girl that is talking about what's special, what's important, and that you can help them, because even in the moment, if they don't want it, they will want it. Does that all make sense? I hope this makes sense. Anyway, 7:40. We've been on here 10 minutes too long. I will post the recording, and then thank you so much to Lisa and Olivia for covering on the last couple of these. I have those recordings in the cloud. I got to get them uploaded to YouTube. So hopefully I'll get all that stuff done by tomorrow. But yeah, you guys can share this with the team. I'm anxious to talk to you next Sunday to see how you're doing, because by Sunday we'll have 3 days left of our going hard for 10. So, all right, if you need anything, let me know. I'll see you later. Bye.